Electromagnetic induction. The topics covered will be magnetic flux, Faraday's experiments, Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction, Lenz's law and law of conservation of energy, expression for induced EMF based on both laws. So, first we will discuss magnetic flux. So, magnetic flux through any surface is the number of magnetic lines of force passing normally through that surface. Or we can also define it as product of area of surface and the component of the magnetic field normal to that surface. So, if we have small amount of area ds and magnetic field lines represented by B and the area vector represented by n cap, so the small amount of magnetic flux through this surface d phi, it will be vector B dot vector ds, which can be written as B ds cos theta, where theta is the angle between magnetic field and the area vector. So magnetic flux is positive for theta less than 90 degree, or if theta lies in third quadrant, and it is 0 for theta 90 degree and theta 270 degree, and it is negative for second quadrant because cos is negative in second quadrant. So it means the magnetic flux is BA cos theta. So for changing magnetic flux, either it can be changed by changing the strength of the magnetic field. Number 2, by changing the area of cross section of the coil A. Number 3, the orientation of the coil with respect to magnetic field, or either by changing any 2 or 3 factors. Magnetic flux is a scalar quantity. SI unit of magnetic flux is Weber or Tesla meter square. CGS unit is Maxwell. 1 Maxwell is equal to 10 to the power minus 8 Weber. And the magnetic flux associated per unit area, it is known as magnetic flux density. So now we will discuss Faraday's experiment number 1. Experiment number 1 is, if the magnet is brought near to a coil connected with a galvanometer, the galvanometer shows deflection. The deflection in the galvanometer is due to the relative motion either between the coil and the magnet. So by moving the magnet towards the coil, the number of magnetic field lines crossing the coil changes. That means the magnetic flux changes, and hence due to the change in magnetic flux, the current is induced in the coil. After doing the experiments, the observations taken were that whether the coil is moved towards the magnet or magnet is moved towards the coil, that means the relative motion between the coil and the magnet, due to this the current is induced in the coil. If the magnet is moved in opposite direction, the direction of current also changes. Experiment number 2. In experiment number 2, when the primary circuit is closed, current grows from 0 to the maximum value. During this time, in the first circuit, when the current grows, the magnetic field around it also grows, due to which the magnetic flux linked with the second coil changes, and hence the current is induced in the secondary coil. And in the opposite case, when the primary circuit is open circuit, then the current decreases from maximum value to 0, due to which the magnetic field linked with this coil, it will decrease from maximum value to 0. Hence the magnetic flux linked with this coil decreases. That means the magnetic flux changes, and hence the current is induced in the secondary coil. So what were the Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction? First law is whenever there is change in magnetic flux linked with the circuit. Change in magnetic flux means the number of magnetic field lines crossing through a surface changes, and EMF, and hence a current is induced in the circuit. However, it lasts only as long as there is change in magnetic flux.